So since November last year, I keep getting unwell each and every time, especially just when I'm like, I need to do something. And just when I get to think I'm getting better, hope something else comes in. And no matter how much medication I seem to take, the getting well does not seem to happen. And the whole thing feels like a big joke, and yeah, it's really trying. You just get tired sometimes and you would be like, oh, enough. When will all this end? And when we do that, it just means we are swimming against the current, and that just makes it to feel like everything gets worse. And we end up like a guinea pig in a wheel, going on and on and on the same spot. You cry out for help but don't know where to start, and it just keeps going on and on. And that, in short, is a brief explanation of how a spiritual attack could be. Because you might take all the medication that you want, and you still feel like you're not getting anywhere. Of course, there are worse situations, especially when you are caught unawares, but even then, God always finds a way to inform you. And there's always a way out of everything. Every problem, every challenge has a solution. And everyone experiences it in a different way, and I really don't want to put more fuel onto it when I could be more focused on other positive things, is what I tell myself. Like, for example, yeah, it might be really trying, but in between, have you noticed that when you were forced to step back and take some time for yourself to heal, you were also gaining other things which are positive? For example, you realize that as you sit there, you learn a new skill or start doing a skill you had long thought you forgot about, and that's confirmation. I mean, you tend to have more time for reflection, and then you suddenly realize things that you had overlooked. Now you get a new perspective towards them, especially those things that you thought were out of your league. And slowly, somehow, some new facts also pop up. Facts that allow you to acknowledge and let go of things you could not let go as easily, and now it's much easier and fulfilling. And then you are able to relax back and look at things as well with a bigger perspective view. There is no distraction, of course, apart from the feeling unwell, which you get focused on to get rid of by the help of God's guidance, because you retreated. Now there is silence, and now you can hear and feel the guidance much better. Because when you were moving around and moving forward, it was sort of getting hard to listen to the guidance that was coming towards you. So you end up, when you get to retreat back, you are focused on the quietness that you didn't have when you were busy moving on. And yeah, everything has its own blessing, and so does this experience too. As long as you keep faith and trust in what is being prepared for you, you get to get the fruits of obedience. Never lose your faith that all is working out for your own well-being, and realize too that with the unwellness, it's not slowing you down in any way. It is also a way that God uses to elevate you. Yeah, you heard me right. Just know that you are purging and getting rid of the negatives that you had accumulated on the way as you moved forward. There are times we might have picked up negative energies that we store in our body cells, and we forget about those, but with every spiritual attack that happens, it is sort of like a cleansing ritual to wash away all the negatives that had accumulated onto you. And yeah, there you go. you are not only elevated, you are being cleansed of anything that will hinder you from fulfilling your purpose in the future whatsoever. So thank God the Most High and be thankful and grateful for all that which is just good for you, because God wishes only good for His servants. When we start complaining and getting really uncomfortable over the unwellness, and we are just resisting the goodness that we could have appreciated that was happening to make our lives much better. And when we complain, we are just being like going against that which is meant for us. I don't mean you don't go looking for ways to get well and you just surrender to your unwellness, which is coming in a way from God the Most High. I mean, go look for medication, look for solutions to those things, because God the Most High already gave you the tools to do that. Please look for ways to get well. There is infinite resources out there, all free for you to tap into. You acknowledge what is happening and do your best to stay calm, because calmness is what will give you the answer for you to get through any spiritual attacks that happen, or anything else. Doesn't have to be spiritual attack. Calmness will give you answers to your challenges. It is through fear, doubt, and anxiety that we lose even the simplest thing which could be solved. And that also creates uncertainty that makes you lose hope and faith. And it is through the calmness that God will bestow on you your blessings. And when you apply that, the whole of the spiritual realm fights for you as well to make things better, and anything else that could create distraction, that could threaten your calmness, is also blocked, so that you focus on the good instead of the bad. So do not panic that things are getting slow and you will miss out on anything. You're not going to miss out on anything. Everything is divine timing. Even if you get a foresight on what could happen, because there are some people who gain foresight of what could happen in the future. No one can change that which God the Most High has written, because no matter how hard anyone tries to change any kind of an event or try to change any destiny, only that which God the Most High has written will happen. What God has willed will be, and there is no running from that. And that is what is called surrendering to God the Most High. There will be distractions coming heavily, but is there anything greater than God the Most High? Who has the strength to change that which God the Most High has willed? Our destinies have been written long time before we were born. All results depending on what we choose, and that which God has bestowed and written to be will be, and no one can change that. So don't panic, don't despair. And yes, it might be a painful experience and very trying. No one is given a burden they cannot carry, and that load remains forever for everyone. You get to experience that what you experience according to what you choose. At the same time, what has been written for you, no matter how long it takes, you are surely to leave that too. You know where you are supposed to go. You know what you are supposed to do. For years you have been in a boot camp that gave you the tools to get over this, and you are going to make it. It is just a matter of time, and even then, time is also sort of an illusion, because everything depends on your mindset as well. Are you ready to battle through no matter what, or are you going to fall back and give up? You choose, and you know better. And that is our guidance for now, and I hope that helps. Keep praying, keep moving, keep being in motion, so that what is meant To be shall be, and so it is. So with much love, see you in the next one. God bless.